sick from school today, or maybe not even old enough to go to school. I don't want them watching any of this, okay? I don't want the kids watching any of this. So if they're around, you have a moment now to get them away from the television, okay? I need you to do that, because I'm going to play for you Jodi Arias' testimony from yesterday, and it's explicit, and it's very graphic, but it is extremely important. It is the heart of this case. And when I say this case, I mean the defense case. You heard the opening statements. You know where they're going. They're saying that Travis Alexander is a sexual deviant who was controlling and abusing Jodi Arias. And I said from the beginning, the only way you can attempt to prove this is by putting Jodi Arias on the stand. Well, that's where we are right now. Jodi Arias on the stand describing the nature of this relationship. And is this, and this is really the question, is this a consensual relationship or is this a controlling relationship? That's the decision the jury will have to make, and that's the decision I think all of us are going to make as we watch what takes place inside the courtroom. Let me take you right back in. Apprehensive.
Well, I wasn't expecting that, so I didn't want to tell him no, so I just kept going with it.
Why didn't you want to tell him no?
I didn't want to do anything that would maybe displease him, not because I feared like he would get angry or anything, but I didn't want him to feel rejected, and I didn't want him to get his feelings hurt, or I didn't want to spoil the mood, sort of like that. We were getting along, we had some kind of chemistry. I just didn't want to like snuff it out right then by saying stop, I guess. That was my thought.
Why would rejecting him at that point in time be such a big deal to you?
At that point in time, I was not really accustomed to saying no. I have a lot more backbone now than I used to. It was hard for me to tell somebody no. So even though it was uncomfortable, I just kept going with it.
So the discomfort you were feeling in having your clothes removed was less burdensome to you than the discomfort you would feel saying no. Is that what we're hearing?
Overruled. I can't really say one way or another because I wouldn't know because I couldn't make the comparison, but at the time it felt more uncomfortable to push him off of me or something. I mean, he wasn't aggressive, but he was definitely doing the initiating at that point, and I just kept going for it.
Did he, on this occasion, wind up removing your clothes?
Yes.
All your clothes?
Yes.
At this point in time, was Mr. Alexander dressed?
Yes.
Did that change?
Not really. I think he kept his garments on that he was wearing.
And you say garments. What are you referring to?
Garments they're called temple garments, and it's like a t-shirt and underwear, kind of like briefs. They're sort of an off-white color.
Is that what he came in wearing, or just those, or was he wearing other things?
No, he had his temple garments on under, I think, sweats. I don't remember if he had just the shirt, but I think he was wearing pajamas over those.
And whatever else he was wearing over his garments, did he take those items off, or did you?
I don't recall. I know I didn't.
Okay.
It might have been a joint effort, but I didn't solely remove them or anything like that. I don't really remember.
So after you are undressed and Mr. Alexander is in his undergarments, what happened?
This is embarrassing.
Sustained.
Is it embarrassing for you to talk about this?
Overruled.
Yes.
I understand how it might be, but it's important to share this with us. So if you could, please tell us what happened next.
He began to perform oral sex on me.
And was this comfortable? You mentioned earlier that you had a certain level of discomfort with this act, being naked. Were you uncomfortable while this oral sex was going on?
I was uncomfortable. It was dark and the lights were off, so like that might have made it a little bit more, a little more tolerable. But it was, I don't know. He knew what he was doing for sure, but it was just felt like too much too soon, and I couldn't exactly rewind at that point, you know.
Why not? Did you voice your displeasure with the events?
No, I can't say that it was displeasure, but it was uncomfortable. Does that make
Okay,
sense?
well, let me rephrase my question then. Did you voice your discomfort to him?
No, I didn't want to give him that impression.
Why not?
Sustained.
Why not, Ms. Arias?
Why not? What? I'm sorry.
Why didn't you voice your discomfort?
I didn't want him to have that impression. I wanted to at least appear like I was enjoying it as much as he seemed to be.
So you were attempting to give him the impression that you were enjoying things.
Yes.
And why were you interested in doing that?
I guess it would have seemed to me to be unattractive for me to say anything different or anything negative about the experience.
Okay. What happened after he performed oral sex upon you?
He asked for reciprocation.
And how did that request make you feel?
At that point, I had taken it that far. I was kind of glad he was done, and I was just willing to reciprocate at that point.
And so we're clear when you say reciprocate, does that mean perform oral sex upon him?
Yes.
And did he remove his garments at that time, or how did that occur?
I don't know if the garments at the bottom came all the way off or just pushed down. The shirt remained on, and yeah.
And yeah, what?
Yeah, I don't remember what happened with the bottom. I think they obviously came down some. I don't know if they came all the way off or not. I can't remember.
Did he perform, or excuse me, did you perform oral sex upon him at that time?
Yes.
Did he ejaculate?
Yes.
Where?
In my mouth.
What happened after he ejaculated?
I think we fell asleep. I don't recall getting dressed again. I don't even recall getting rid of blankets, but when I woke up, we were both covered with blankets.
Okay. You were both in the same bedroom